Part 8. Choose question number 71, the best subset for the number -3. And you see this question asking you about subset and some number. Here, arrange grouping of number from the smallest to the greatest, counting, natural, integers, and finally rational. Okay, look, -3 belong to counting? No. -3 belong to natural? No. -3 belong to integers? Yes. So integers is the best subset. Okay. 72. The range. Range just at greatest minus smallest. Okay, so cannot be found ما اقدرش اجيبه using what? Dot plot. Of course, dot plot I can find range. Box plot I can find range, but histogram no. Why? Because histogram use interval. Yes, so because histogram use interval, I cannot find range from histogram. 73. If the mean of 8, 6, x, 5 is 5, so the mean is 5, then x equal what? We know the mean equals sum over number. Now, you know the mean value 5, that's equal the sum. I can add all of these values. Okay, 8 plus 6 equal 14, 14 plus 5 equal 19, so you have 19 but plus x, that's the sum of these values over number of them. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4 over 4. Now you have some equation with some variable. I need to find this variable value. Doing what? When you have some division, use multiplication, the same number both sides. Why? Because 4 over 4 equals 1. So this side just have 19 plus x equals 4 by 5, that's equal 20. Now that's more simple. Okay, I need this x. I need just x, not plus 19. What you do? I will send this positive 19 to the other side just to be x alone here. Okay, and 20, but not with me. 20 is positive. Write it first, then negative 19 because it was positive. Okay, now I can write x here, and 19 minus 20 minus 19, that equals 1. So 1 is the correct answer. 74. The mean of the values 54, 32, 34 is what? Now he asked us about the mean directly. He gave me all the values that I can use the rule. I will add all of these values divided the number of them. So add with me. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 0, 6 plus 4, 10, 0, and carry up 1. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. That's it. 120 over the number of them 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's the value of 120 divided 4? Okay, start with this 12. 12 over 4 equal 3, and don't forget 0. So the mean is 30. 75. The LCM of 5 and 15. Look here, we have two questions. The same number 5 and 15. 5 and 15. Okay, But the first question, he needs LCM. Here he needs GCF. Okay, what you note? 5 and 15. We have special case. Special case. This case is, we have someone is prime. Okay, and the other one is multiple. Multiple of 5. What's the meaning of multiple of 5? That's 15 equals 5 by 3, right? That's why I have one prime and the other one is multiple of the first. Okay, what you do, you have two cases. When he said LCM, what you do, take the multiple one. But when he said GCF, use what? When he said GCF, I will use the smallest one. Again, when you have prime number and multiple of the prime, when he asks you about the LCM, use the multiple one. When he asks us about GCF, use the prime one. Okay, so LCM of 5 and 15, 15. GCF of 5 and 15 will be 5. 77. The common factor of all number. Common factor of all number. Of course, 1. 78. If the cost of one ticket تذكرة واحدة H, and total cost of 5 is M. So you have two variables. You have H and M. H, 1 ticket. M, 5 tickets. What's the independent variable? Independent variable may be H, may be M. So what comes first? What comes first? Of course, the ticket. The one ticket price first, and then I will multiply it by 5 to find 5 tickets value. So the independent variable is one ticket price. Look here, cost of ticket H, then total cost of 5 ticket. You know one ticket will cost you H, so I need 5 ticket. I will pay what? I will pay 5 times the price of one ticket. That's equal 5 by H, 5H. That's the same. Okay, last point, the ordered pair which satisfies the equation. Satisfies the equation. What do you mean satisfies the equation? Satisfies the equation, you have X in your ordered pair, X and Y. But the first is the independent and Y is the dependent. So X is the independent, yes, and Y is the dependent. Okay, now I will use X to find value of Y. If you use X as 0, 0 plus 2 equals 0. Is Y here equals 0? No. So use X is 1. So Y will be 1 plus 2 equals 3. Y equals 1 here? No. Y equals, use X as 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And Y here equals 1. So Y equals, use X as 1. 1 plus 2. That's equal 3. Here 2. No. Not with me. If you use 0, what you see? 0 plus 2 equals 2. Yes, this is 2. So this is the right choose. Go to complete. Complete question 70. The smallest positive integer. We're talking about positive, right? So positive, smallest positive, just 1. Smallest non-negative. Non-negative, that's mean 0 and positive. 0 and positive, because we have number line 0 and positive and negative. Non-negative, non-negative, that means 0 and the positive. So smallest is 0. The greatest non-positive. Non-positive, I will delete positive and take 0 and what? And negative. Greatest is also 0. Okay, because 0 to the right of the group. 73. Type of data. You have two types of data. Data may be numerical or what? Or categorical. 74. What's your favorite school subject? What's your favorite school subject? Kind of question. You have two kind of question. Statistical or non-statistical. Okay, look here. This question, you need to ask one person or you need to ask more person. This question, your favorite, just your favorite. He asked one person. One person, it's non-statistical. But if he said your friend's favorite subject, okay, you need to ask all of your friends. This will be a statistical question. 75. GCF and LCM of two numbers. Okay, you need to find LCM or GCF. You use what? Use factorization. 2 by 4. Note with me, 4 is composite. 2 by 2. And 9 composite. 3 by 3. Prime, 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 prime. So, now write it. 2 by 2 by 2. And 9, 3 by 3. Now, you find GCF. Where is the repeated? There is no repeated. That's mean 1. You need to find LCM. Take all. That's equal what? 8 by 9, 72. What do you note? We note that GCF is between 8 and is 1. And we know when you have prime number, you have GCF 1. When you have prime numbers, LCM will be multiplication of them, like this one. So, but we know that 8 and 9 is not prime. But this case, we call 8 and 9 as relatively prime numbers. This is important concept. Relatively prime numbers. 8 and 9. Continue.
77. We have a division, 864 divided 24. Of course, we have 3 digits divided 2 digits. I will use what? I will use long division. Okay. Now write the dividend. 864 divided divisor 24. Okay. So I will need the table of 24. Start with 8. 8 divided 24 is not working. Okay, because 8 less than 24. So put 0 up to 8. Now I will use 86. 86 divided 24 comes here and do table of 24. 86 may be content of 324. Okay, 3 by 4, 12, 2 and carry up 1. 3 by 2, 6 plus 1 equals 7. Okay, 72 less than 86. Let's try another table of 4. 4 by 4 equals 16, carry up 1. 4 by 2, 8 and 1 equal 9. So we have 86. 86 greater than 86, 96, sorry, greater than 86. Okay, and 72 less than 86. So I will use what? 3 or 4? Of course I will use 3. So I will write 3 here. And then multiplication 3 by 24. 3 by 24 equals 72. Now subtraction. 6 minus 2 equals 4. And 8 minus 7 equals 1. Now we have 14 divided 24. It's not working. Okay. Let's not work for 24 because
14 is less than 24, so I will use what? I will use this 4 and make it drop down, so I have 144. Okay, let's continue. 24 table. 144 may contain about 624. If you try 6 by 4, 24, 4 and carry up 2, 6 by 2 equal 12, 12 plus 2 equal 14. So you have what? You have 144. That's the same number, so I will use what? I will use 6. 6 by 24, it's the same number, so when subtraction, that's equal 0, so 0 is the remainder and the quotient is 36. Okay, next point, 78. What is the multiple of all number? Multiple of all number is what? Of course 0. Factor of all number is 1. Why? Multiple of all number, because if you times 0 times any number n, that's equal 0. Okay, so 0 is a multiple of this number. Okay, this number may be any number, that means all number, the result will be 0. Okay, 1 is factor of all number. Why? Because 1 times any number, that's equal the same number. Okay, so 1 is factor of n. Okay, last point, 80. The number of terms in the expression. You need to count the number of terms. What terms here? We have addition and subtraction. Okay, then I have 1 term, 2 term, 3 term. Okay, let's go to answer the following. Point 21. Solve each of the following equation. Solve equations, that means find the value of variables. Okay, here we have point A, x over 4 equals to 3. That means I need to find the value of x. Okay, we have x over 4 equals 3. Of course, when you see any division, use what? Use multiplication both sides with this denominator 4. Why? Because I need to finish this 4, because 4 over 4 equals 1. Just I have x here. 3 by 4 equals 12. So we find the value of x. Next point B, we have 12x minus 5 equals 7. Okay, 12x minus 5 equals 7. Okay, now here we have x side has subtraction and multiplication. Doing with what? First do subtraction. Okay, what you do here, we have 12x minus 5 equals 7, right? So I just need x alone at the left side, so I will send negative 5 to the other side. As what? As negative side, sending it to the other side, I just have 12x at left side equals 7. But note, we have negative 5 will be positive 5. That's mean 12x, that's okay, equals 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5, that's equal 12. That's the same. Okay, now it's turn to finish this 12. We have 12x equals 12. When you have multiplication, use division. The coefficient of x, I will divide both sides by the coefficient of x, because 12 over 12, that's equals 1. So I have 1x, that's x. 12 over 12, that's equal 1. Now the value of x is what? Is 1. Next point, 22. From the histogram shown at the right, that's this histogram, answer the following question. Question point 1. Which interval represent the most number of students? Which interval? So he asked us about what? The interval. So the biggest interval or the greatest interval here, 20 to 29. This one. Okay.
Number 2. Which interval has 3 students? Where is the interval? Yes, he asked us also about interval. 3. Where is 3? This interval between 4 and 6, that's 5. So this interval between 2 and 4, that's 3. So he asks us about this interval. Have 3 students. So this interval is what? Is 10, 19. Okay. Point 3. How many students? He asked about the number of students here. Went to pool at least 30 times this summer. At least. So if we said that number of student is x. Okay, number of student is x. Now x what? At least. At least, that's mean greater than or equals 30. Okay, at least that's mean greater than or equals 30. Okay, now I have number of visits on x-axis. Okay, 0 or 9, 10, 19, 20, 29, 30, 39. So he starts with 30 here from this interval, okay, and going up to this interval. So you have these two intervals, okay. That's why this inequality, because he starts with 30 and greater than 30. So I will add this interval and this interval. First interval here we have 6 plus this interval we have 2, and that's equal 8 students. Last point 4. How many students went to a pool less than 10 times? So this number of students as x less than 10 times, less than 10. So where is the interval less than 10? This interval from 0 to 9. Okay, from 0 to 9, how many students? We have 5 students. Okay, now we reach to the end.